Every travel eSIM claims the exact same thing: unlimited, fast data.
Which is brilliant until your phone stops working in the middle of nowhere and you can't get home.
Now, I've had that moment more times than I'd like to admit here in Australia. So for this adventure into Australia, I wanted to actually test this out. Not just walking around the city pretending everything's fine, because it's not, but driving out into the bushland where weak data plans usually fail. And remember, this is Australia. If your connection is going to drop anywhere, it's here. So let's see if SimLocal actually works, or if it's just another promise that's too good to be true. Come on.
Now, for full transparency, SimLocal has very kindly sponsored this video, but I didn't want to make it easy for them.
And that's why I've picked the gorgeous Resevoir Reservoir, a gorgeous dam that is surrounded in vast bushland.
And seeing if SimLocal's eSIM with their unlimited data plan actually holds up. And by the way, Resevoir Reservoir is actually Queensland's first ever major constructed dam. Now, I didn't move to Australia thinking mobile data mattered that much. I thought, oh, I'll get a good broadband set up at home, I'll be fine. But when you're traveling abroad, which even though I live here, I still feel like I'm on a holiday, you want to go out places, you want to see it. And after having a few trips gone wrong because I didn't have any mobile data and I was stupid enough not to get an eSIM plan, I was like, I'm not doing this ever again. Now, I've done the typical airport SIM swap dance, you know, traveling between the UK and Australia. I have two separate SIMs, right? And honestly, it's a pain in the bottom. And with SimLocal, you can actually choose the best network based on your location. This can be done from the network settings. You just need to turn off the automatic option and manually select the network that works best for you. But the real test isn't here. It's out there where the signal should drop.
Now, this is when most data plans quietly give up. And that's the thing. Cities make every data plan look good, but then you drive half an hour into bushland and that's where weak plans usually just give up. Now, before I even left home, I activated my SimLocal eSIM. I got the unlimited plan. Took about 3 minutes, no contracts, no credit checks, no physical SIMs, and no roaming fees. And the eSIM can be purchased either in the app or on their website. And the great thing about SimLocal is, if you decide to cancel your trip and your plans fall through for any reason, SimLocal offers a no questions asked refund. But now I'm out here, I'm slightly worried because the bars on my phone, the signal ones, they're not moving. Now, this is absolutely brilliant. Where my normal mobile data plan would usually fail in really secluded areas like this, the SimLocal one is working perfectly. I can open up maps, it works. I can search things on Google Chrome. I can search things on the internet. I can use social media. And as you can hear, the symphony of cicadas and other critters in this gorgeous bush. It's pretty cool. And it's really nice because SimLocal connects to these massive network providers here in Australia, like Optus, like Telstra. But remember, coverage in outback areas like Uluru or Alice Springs or Nullarbor might be limited. Now, SimLocal's unlimited plan gives you up to 10 gig of full speed data every single day, plus hotspot and tethering at no extra cost, so you can actually use your phone properly without any hidden limits. You can grab your discount using the link in the top of the description, or there is a QR code right there. Isn't that handy? Make sure you use code Sanford to save some money. But speed is one thing, consistency is another. I can't believe this is free, honestly. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh my word, I think I can see turtles. That's actually incredible. Or are they tortoises? I assume they're turtles because they're surrounded in water. Absolutely unreal. I can't believe that. Well, that was absolutely lovely. I'm very grateful. The only thing I'm thinking though is that I did not bring a towel. And now the only things that I have, right, are these very, very wet shorts and my damp socks.
And a quick reminder, if this video gets over 25,000 likes, I'm going to go into the Australian outback, shoot a load of videos there. So if you want to see me risk my life for content, hit that like button.
Now, this is the bit that I didn't expect to be talking about. I think this matters most when you're visiting Australia, especially if you're coming to see some family or some mates. A lot of people don't need one of these long-term phone plans like you're gonna move here for like 2 years. Some people are only coming for a week or two or maybe a month. Just enough time to spend with the people that they love. And in those situations, an eSIM makes a lot of sense. You're not tied to some long contract. You're not looking for a SIM card store after you've got off a really long flight. And trust me, it's a long flight to Australia. You simply choose a plan that matches how long you're staying for and how much data you need. For me, arriving already connected was a real game changer. I'm just done with those days of the faff of like getting my physical SIM card and trying to jam it in while Darren is like trying to barge into me so he can get to passport control first. When I first arrived to Australia, the very first thing I need to do is text my mum and dad that I've landed safely, and you just can't do that quickly with a physical SIM card. Then I need things like maps for my directions home. I might need to pick up some groceries along the way. All of these things I need data for. And landing in a country you hardly know after hours and hours of a flight is very overwhelming. So having a connection the moment you land is just, it's pure bliss. So that's why I see eSIMs as more than just a tech upgrade. They're a peace of mind that you never knew you needed. And what I also like about SimLocal is that it's not just for Australia. They offer eSIM plans in over 200 destinations. So you can choose exactly what fits your trip, whether you're visiting family or doing a short-term stay, or even if you're moving countries like I did, moving from the UK to Australia, they've got you covered. And that's when I realized what I was actually testing. There's lots of people about, lots of people are on their phones, which kind of signals to me, if you pardon the pun, that a lot of people's mobile data is working. But I wonder if we start hiking into the bushland, if that changes anything. Let's test it out. It's warm. It's really, really warm. Oh my word, look at this. This is the bit that you're not really meant to go in. I'm seeing like paddle boarders over there in the distance, but obviously you wouldn't want to go into like this bit. This is the bit that's closed off to the public. Now this, with bamboo, this is the type of spot that usually would absolutely drop in signal. Look at that bamboo. And it is an absolute pleasure to be able to live near Australian bush so I can go for a run in it every morning. It really is. But when I check my phone signal, it is non-existent. And it's funny, I'm on my phone right now. I'm opening my internet browser. I've got a paella recipe on there right now. And that's loaded just fine. And I'll go onto YouTube, which is very important if I need to upload some footage last minute. Yep, that's all working. And I can even watch shorts if I really want to. The only thing it can't do is stop my British skin from burning. I cannot believe I forgot the SPF 50 this morning. I'm an idiot. Also, you can tether this data you get from SimLocal on your plan with a group of people you're with. So whether you're with family, friends, even colleagues, if you're doing a work trip, you can basically share your data with all of them. So one person can cover the entire group, which is absolutely incredible. But here's the part that no one tells you. Okay, we're back by water because that bush, it was getting a little hairy. Now here's the thing, it's not just about the speed. What's really nice is the flexibility. You're not forced into a huge plan. You can choose fixed data if you like 20 gig or 30 days, or even go unlimited if you have a job like content creation and you actually need it. And if you're running low, you can just top up in the SimLocal app. And compared to other global eSIMs I've tried, the speeds here are better and the value just makes more sense. And that freedom, it changes how you travel. Now I think we can all agree, this is one less thing to worry about. We're all very confident about our phones working in the city, but the fact that this data plan is working out in the bush, I've had a lovely day. I got to have a little swim even though I didn't have a towel. I finally got to visit a bucket list item because I've never swam in a reservoir before. So doing something like this, especially on my own, has felt really
exciting and quite empowering. I'm getting a taste for exploring the countryside, and I do want to say a big thank you to SimLocal for sponsoring this video, because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, not only did I get to find out about your brilliant eSIM plans, but you also pushed me to go explore and go adventure into a part of Australia I might not have done otherwise.
So if you're coming to Australia or visiting one of SimLocal's 200 destinations, use my code SAMFORD to save on your eSIM. You can scan that QR code here or use the first link in the description below and it will send you to the right place. I think I just got bit by a ant or something. Oh my word, is anywhere safe? And if you want to keep the adventure going, don't click away yet. Go watch this video here, all about the 10 foods that Australians say completely differently to us Brits. And it's a bit of a silly one, but a fun one. So go watch that and I'll see you over there. Bye.